Hello, hello, hello. Happy Motivational Monday. I hope everybody is doing well, recovering from the Super Bowl. Panther Nation right here. So, I'm not happy, but I hope everybody is doing well today. I'm not going to keep you too long. It's Sunday and y'all got stuff to do. It's a beautiful day today in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's warm, and I was looking at my timeline. It looks like it was warm for quite a few of us. So maybe spring is on the way. Goodbye, cold weather. But anyway, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I see you got 3 people on. That is enough people for me. Welcome, and thank you for joining me. There goes 3. Well, 4, I'm sorry. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. So this is video number 3 of my Motivational Monday set. And welcome to February. We are about midway through the first quarter. So I hope that you guys are working on your goals. If you were on the last one, then I talked about goal friends. So I hope y'all figured out who they were, and I hope that your goals are written down and you're ready to rock and roll. So, hey Angie, how are you? So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump into this because like I said, I don't want to keep you too long. Hey Al! So again, I don't want to keep you too long, so we're just going to jump into this. So today's video is actually about the importance of owning a home-based business and how it can drastically change your life. But before I can actually get into that, I need to give you like a little bit of my background. Some of you that know me personally kind of know my background, but if you're new and you're just now following me, then I want to tell you why this is so important to me. So basically, to start off, I didn't have a plan B for my plan A, just to sum it up in a nutshell. And that, to me, that was very profound, and I learned a lot of stuff from that. So what I mean by that is, back in 2014, I was a single mom, working 2 jobs. At one point, I was working 2 jobs, like I was doing home health care and working as a supervisor at a home health agency and going to school trying to get my nursing degree. Well, it was a little bit too much for me to juggle being a single mom, so I just kind of focused on the money. Trying to keep our heads above water. We were struggling. It was still hard. Well, fast forwarding, in September of 2014, my son actually ended up with hand, foot, and mouth, my middle son, and I was a supervisor, like I said. And if you are in healthcare, then you know about the full moon. You know that everything that could possibly happen happens on a full moon in healthcare, and that's exactly what happened. I had incident going left and right. I was in and out of the break room trying to call and check on my son. He had 103 fever, and it was crazy. Well, got off, took him to the hospital, stayed there all night long, went home, got up early the next morning, got to work, and my time card wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? I checked it behind everybody because I knew I put it there. Well, my supervisor called, and I'm like, I can't find my time card. What's going on? And she goes, just go home. I'll call you later. Well, I lost my job. Single mom, 3 kids. I lost my job within a week. Well, I say about 2 weeks. Eviction notices hit. It was already kind of, I'm like, I'm going to pay it, next payday. And, it didn't happen. So the eviction letters came. I had to go to court. 1 car got repossessed. I had 2 cars. 1 car, it was an involuntary repossession, but I knew I couldn't pay the money. The other one, I had about a month. Well, after all that, family wouldn't really let me in. They wouldn't really look out. My mom was kind of going through, hey, Heather. My mom was kind of going through about the same thing too, so I couldn't rely on her. It was hard. It was hard. And here I am with 3 kids, and I had to make some decisions. So I had some friends. If you watched my last video, they were probably constituents. And sorry if y'all watching, but it is what it is. They looked out how they could, but then you know how that goes. They kind of, you do a favor, but they want something in return. Y'all know how that is. And that's what happened, and I couldn't provide that. So I bounced from house to house, whoever would, help me, trying to get on my feet, looking for a job. I ended up on people's floor. My kids were on the couch. I have 3 kids, remember. Kids on the couch, me on a mattress on the floor, bouncing from hotel to hotel, just so I wouldn't be a burden on somebody. most of the time. And that happened. And I'm not saying it ungratefully. I'm grateful that I had somewhere to go. But I went through that, and I almost had, social services call on my kids, because I used to let them play around, like play with the friends in the neighborhood or whatever where we were staying, and they were there almost 24/7, which I was going through a state of depression at the time. But I guess the grandma thought that, I didn't care, and she tried to call social services on me. But I just, in the nick of time, God is good. That didn't happen. Well, fast forwarding, it was one particular night. I was in a hotel room, and my kids were sleeping, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't rest. I was just broke, busted, and disgusted with myself to the point of no return. And I felt like the devil was in one corner and God was in the other, and I was in a tug of war. And I couldn't go to sleep because I'm like, for some reason, it kind of felt like I knew if I went to sleep, I was going to die. And I just started begging God. I was like, look, God, show me something. Show me something. That's like one of my favorite songs by J. Cole, but I digress. I was like, God, show me something. Within 10 minutes, I got a group text message. And it was my now husband, our mentor, Kimber Vaughn, and Andre Russell. And they had been trying to get me to join network marketing, which I was kind of already in a way, but I put it on the back burner. And it was years and years of me saying no. No, I got a job. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm good. Well, I was like, okay, God, I asked you within 10 minutes. You gave me an answer, so I'm going to go for it. And I did. And honestly, you guys, it was the best decision I could have made. My kids had holes in their shoes. We was living out of clothes baskets in a rolly bag. It was like the worst time of my life, y'all. It really was. And I'm not going to get emotional and move on in a second, but I'm just glad that this was my plan B. So that's why I'm passionate about this. A lot of people don't believe in it, but I'm telling y'all, it will change your life. So let me move on before I get emotional. But y'all know, if you know me, and I've said it before, if you're paying attention, my favorite number is 7. I was born on 7/7, so 7's already been my number, and 444 is my number, but it's always my number. So I'm going to give you my top 7 reasons why I think that you should own a home-based business. So number 1, TIMEFREEDOM, time freedom. That is my number one reason. So what is the benefits of that? Of course, no traffic. You get more things done in your day. You can basically make your own schedule. I've really seen productivity go up. And, I looked at a statistic, and it said that the average American spends 348 hours just commuting to and from work. That is a lot of time. There's only 24 hours in a day. You probably sleep anywhere from 6 to 9 of those days. You probably work 8 of those days. And how much time do you have left? That's not counting commuting and everything else, runs to the grocery store, Bible study. Whatever you do, it doesn't count that. So you're getting some of your time back. It's more time with your children and your spouse. I actually talked to my kids before I'd done this, my 3 boys. And I was just transparent. I was like, boys, what did mommy miss when she was working those 2 jobs? So I'm going to tell you what they said. So Jameson said, Mommy, you missed a lot of playtime. That is my youngest. He's 11 now. And he was like, you missed a lot of playtime. We had fun, and you weren't there. The next one, Xavier, is my middle son. He was like, you missed studying, and you missed, just helping me with my homework. And he was like, I could have had better grades, Mom. True. I remember a point in time where I actually had some time off or something. I didn't even know their darn spelling words. I didn't know because I wasn't at home. I didn't know, and I felt bad. Like I just felt bad. And Rayshawn is my oldest. He is 15. Y'all pray for us. He said you missed all the funny moments and bonding. And that broke my heart because my son is dealing with anxiety bad right now. It's headed towards depression, and I don't want him to go there. And I know that if I would have been there more, he would be a better child right now. But it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be all good. So let's move on. Less stress. Oh my God, stress. Stress can kill you. Stress is not good for you. So, I have this shirt that says mompreneur, handling working home like a boss. And I love that shirt. I've washed it so many times, it's too small, so I'm gonna have to order another one. My husband actually made that shirt for me. He has a brand called Never Limits that he's working on. And I'm gonna have to order another one because I love, 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 love that shirt. Because I was always stressed, but this shirt empowered me because I'm like, I'm handling this like a boss. I'm actually working right now, but that shirt just empowered me because I was juggling, but I was handling stuff. I was prioritized, I was organized, I was handling. So, owning the home-based business is less stress. Because again, you can make your own schedule, your energy, like you're getting some of your energy back. You can get your productivity going. And my number one thing is the environment. Sometimes when you're working a job, you don't like the people you work with, you don't like the environment, you don't like the negativity in your environment. When you're working for yourself, like you can control that. So that doesn't matter. So number 3, you can birth your creativity. So look, we are not on earth to just be here, work a job and die. We're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. And God has given you a gift. Some of you may not realize what your gift is yet, but you have a gift. And when you work for yourself, whether it's in network marketing or you start your own business, however it is, you get to play with that creativity and capitalize off of it. And you just develop creativity and you get to serve others more. Like, to me, life is about service. There's big returns on service, and when you're work for yourself, you get to do more of that. Yes, you serve on your job, but do you serve because you necessarily want to? With owning your own, that's something you can make that decision and you can reap the returns from that. So number 4, you get an opportunity for growth. You have more time for personal growth and self-development. That's really, you have to have that mindset when you do own your own. And you actually have to wear different hats. So you're learning different things on your own, or doing research, and that's helping you develop. And when you work a job, you're supposed to learn a skill set and advance, or go somewhere else and learn that skill set. So that's really what a job is. But when you have a home-based business, you're still doing that, but you're kind of learning it on your own, if that makes sense. I don't want to get too deep into that, but I hope that makes sense. Number 5, you get to keep the money you make. So yes, eventually you're going to have to pay some taxes, maybe. Depends on your deductions. We'll get into that in a minute. But it's your money. You're putting money back in your pocket because you're saving money. You're not wearing and tearing on your car. You're not, having to eat lunch every day or eat out every day when you're at work. You are not having to pay for gas and different things of that nature. And you're basically just keeping, like I said, keeping your money. Your money is your money. And whether it's residuals or, like I said, your own traditional business, you get to keep it. So I'm going to put a caution out here right now. And you can't just hop into owning a business and think that everything's hunky-dory and the money's just going to come. That's not right. So that's not what's going to happen. So your earning potential actually depends on your performance. So what you do with your gifts is what you're going to get in return. Okay? So number 6, there are less risks. Now, I own 2 businesses. So I have a home-based business, and I also have a business called Elegant Occasions by Allie. Now, EOBA costs me more money, and I'm learning that very quickly. There's more overhead costs. I don't have an office space yet, but I'm eventually going to have to do that because I need my own kitchen. And, I need an extra vehicle, a catering vehicle, and all these things. But when you have a home-based business, there is no overhead cost. You don't have to wear and tear on your car. You don't have to worry about an office space. And your fixed costs actually go down. So that's something to think about. Now, number 7 is my ultimate favorite. Remember, 7 is my favorite word, so I saved this for number 7. Tax benefits. Money, big money, big money, big money back in your pockets. Again, whether home-based or traditional, that is money back in your pocket. So this can get very lucrative. So I wrote down some of the main ones, but when I tell y'all business deductions are bananas, it's bananas. Like it's even greater than claiming kids, okay? Almost. So if you don't have kids, just get a home-based business and then you'll have your tax deductions. So that's just the way I look at it. But anyway, So let's talk about a couple of them. You can get to deduct your mortgage, the interest, property tax, utilities, home repairs, any of your home office expenses or like supplies, your office space. So if you have, like, I can't really write this off, this section, because it's in an open area, but if this was closed, the square footage of this, I would be able, they have them look at this thing and they figure it out, I'd be able to write that off. Mileage to and from clients, to and from, I don't know, travel, if I go somewhere of like a seminar or something for my business, if I'm traveling, like I said, to and from a client, all that stuff is a write-off. If I'm going to Office Max to buy some supplies, to and from is a write-off. You're selling an internet bill. Now with Homebase, you probably do a lot of cell phone transactions, so of that, like a big majority of that is going to be a write-off. Internet bills, you're doing a lot of online stuff, again, a portion of that is going to be a write-off. Your travel, I even found that you can take off some of your health insurance. I didn't know that, so I'm going to look into that, but it did say health insurance. Any type of premiums, meals with clients, education, subscriptions to magazines, certain books, and advertising. So that's just to name a few. It's a lot, y'all, a lot. So again, that's money back in your pocket. Now, if you're watching this and you're just like, look, I don't know what my gifts are, I don't see myself owning one, I'm going to give you an opportunity to start one. I mean, if you listen to this and you think that you can do it, I mean, by any means, like I told you, you have to have a plan B for your plan A. It's not promised. If my story didn't touch you, look at all these people that were affected by the government shutdown. What if they would have had a plan B? What if they would have had emergency funds? Like, the stories are heartbreaking. I know I'm probably going to lose some people because people are scared of opportunity. But if I would have been scared of opportunity, my life would have got 10 times worse. You can't go in life and be scared of opportunities, you guys. You have to go for it. So what do? I am with a company called Nove, and we're living that Nove life. Let me tell you the benefits of actually becoming, I guess, family. I say family with Nove because we're a family. We're a family, just point blank, period. And I'm not saying that to hype this whole situation up. I mean, you got to join us, join the culture, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, lives are changing. Anyway, the benefits: you're going to help people get out of debt, help them fix their credit, and just help them be financially free. So how many people do y'all know that have credit issues? They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let's see, they have tons of debt. They have loans and car loans and, student loans. How many people do y'all know? A lot, right? A lot. Almost everybody. And that's what we do. We help people do that. And by you helping, by you serving, you get paid for that. Or, I mean, you can be a customer. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to help people, which I don't see why you wouldn't want to help people, you can just be a customer. But eventually you're going to run into somebody when you get this amazing testimony, and you're going to tell them what happened, and they're going to want to do it too, because the proof is all in the pudding. So y'all think about that. You get to meet new people. You get to travel to a lot of places. We've been to the Bahamas. We're about to go to New York. They've been to Vegas, Miami, West Palm Beach, Philadelphia, all types of places, DC area. And when I was going through it, y'all, and didn't have a pot to end, I was traveling. And I felt so bad because we were going through this stuff within the kids, and I would leave them to go to these trainings, but I kept in the back of my mind, like, Allie, this isn't a vacation. You can earn so you can change these boys' lives, and that's exactly what has happened. And you get to travel. I couldn't more or less travel from Lincoln, that's where I'm from, little country town, to Myrtle Beach, and I now live at the beach, and it floored me. It was like a 3.5-hour drive. It floored me how much gas it takes to get here and how long it takes. And like, I could have been doing that, but I couldn't because I was working 24/7. But anyway, and then last but not least, you have a chance to earn anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month if you really take this thing seriously, and that's just part-time. So imagine what full-time is. So that's what I'm doing. It has changed my life, y'all. If you know me personally, then you know. If you're from Lincoln, you know this thing works, and I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm just putting the facts out there because, y'all, the way the economy is going is very, very important that you at least consider this and not be scared of opportunity. because you're going to have to change your way of thinking. You're going to have to change your, just in order to change your life. Change is good, y'all. Change is good. And life doesn't always have to be hard. It really doesn't. So basically, I'm going to drop the information for the next call in the comments like I always do. You'll see another post on Saturday for She-Wolf Saturday. And I'm actually going to be doing it with my husband. And we're going to do it for Valentine's, of course. It's Valentine's week. And we're actually going to talk about how you can encourage your spouse and significant other. So all the power couples out there, we're going to talk to some of them and get their tips and tidbits and shout some of them out. And so you can follow them. But, you know, bottom line, that night in that hotel room, like, if I wouldn't have made a decision at that moment, I don't know where my life would be right now. I don't know what dreams would have manifested. And, you know, you can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. And that's exactly what I did. And I made a decision. So I just want to ask you, when are you going to decide? So I'll see y'all next Monday. Y'all have a great evening.